Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Millennium Movies. In today's film study, we're going to take a look at the 1997 film, Anaconda.
So young. I guess so lethal.
Get off me! Come on.
Letter, sweetie.
This one's going to start off a little different because I want to clarify something. What exactly makes up a creature feature, or what are the customs of this subgenre? Well, first, you either need an ensemble cast like an Alien with Ripley in the crew, or one single lead like Jason Statham in The Meg. And second, you need an antagonist in the form of either a monster or a dangerous animal. In Piranha 3D, it was the piranhas. In Jaws, it was the great white. You get the concept? Great. Let's break it down. In the case of Anaconda, we have an ensemble cast with the likes of Ice Cube as Danny, J-Lo as Terry, Jonathan Hyde as Westridge, Owen Wilson as Gary, and finally Jon Voight as Cerrone, who's only slightly more of a dick than John is in real life.
If God could reverse all the negative lies against Mr. Trump, whose only desire was to make America great again.
And of course the villain is a giant green anaconda,
Is snakes out there this big?
who just so happens to be oh so hungry for them human Happy Meals. Sorry, Danny Trejo, I wish you got a bigger role in this movie. So the story we follow is of a documentary film crew who travel the Amazonian jungle in the hopes of capturing an elusive tribespeople on camera. It doesn't take long for them to stumble upon Cerrone, who at first appears to be a helpless castaway they rescue. But when the leader of the crew, Kale, gets taken out of commission by a poisonous bug, Cerrone slowly starts to take control over the boat and forces them into helping him hunt down the legendary Anaconda, leading the crew members to have to fight for their lives. This movie honestly has it all when it comes to creature features. I mean, there's some great death scenes like Westridge getting completely intercepted through the air and coiled up for dinner, or Mateo, who gets really the only realistic death in this movie by getting suffocated to death essentially by the Anaconda to the point that his neck and bones start to snap, and then he gets completely swallowed whole. Damn, Anaconda, hit me up, girl. There's definitely some campiness in here, like Cerrone becoming this really odd human villain with some really weird-ass lines and facials in the movie.
You brought the devil!
There's a devil inside everyone.
Get your hands off her!
There's his final wink before he dies, as if he's Krueger in Freddy vs. Jason. Keep in mind, he does that after he's just been spat out by a freaking snake. And speaking of the snake, it even has its own voice actor. You heard me, the Anaconda has a voice actor. But the biggest reason I find this movie so rewatchable and why it's my favorite creature feature is because of the ensemble of characters and how they interact with each other. You've got Cerrone and Kale subtly butting heads over their knowledge of the jungle.
I believe, however, it's a legend of the Maku.
Also the Shirsham.
Not to my knowledge.
The water is high now, but the village was right here. You'll find them down this fork. I know. I trap snakes for a living.
And I'm sure you're very good at it. I locate tribes for a living, and I'm very good at that.
You got Westridge and Danny's contrast of how they like to chill. Gary feels like every sound guy I've ever met, just kind of going with the flow, and Terry's instincts are proven to be correct various times in the film.
Westridge, let's go!
No, Westridge, stop! Not on my boat.
By the way, my favorite character is easily Westridge, who evolves from this really snotty, selfish, and spineless documentary host to a full-on badass member of the crew with some great moments where he really gets to be a hero.
Think I'm stupid? I'm not stupid!
Us hole in one. Shall I hit him again to make sure? No, let's throw him in the rip.
Haven't we had enough of that?
I'm ashamed to say I rather enjoyed it.
I like the action set pieces that involve the Anaconda. There's the first attempt at capturing the snake on a boat at night with Cerrone's weapon, the flashing lights, and the complete mismanagement of the situation leading to Gary's death. There's the second attack from the snake that happens near the waterfall. That's probably the most intense part of the movie because you have two villains on the offensive, with Cerrone breaking free from capture to kill Denise, and Terry being the one to land the the killing blow on the dreaded Anaconda. But then, of course, in true B-movie horror fashion, there ends up being an even bigger snake in the ending, which Danny and Terry both survive by the skin of their teeth after they light it on fire and finish it off with a nice pickaxe to the head and, of course, explosions. And like every creature feature, this one has a happy ending with Danny and Terry returning to the boat to a reawakening Kale, and they spot the tribespeople they were looking for in the first place, and I guess just go back to filming like half their damn crew didn't just get slaughtered in the Amazonian jungle?
Get the camera.
All right, roll film.
Camera rolling.
Overall, Anaconda is a pretty fun ride with a reasonable runtime and a nice cast. Cool kills, and all of those reasons are enough for me to say you should definitely add it to your Halloween binge this year. It's currently on Netflix. But that's going to be today's film study. If you enjoy these types of videos, I've got plenty more on the channel and even more to come. This has been Millennium Movies, and I will see you all very soon.